Hello and welcome to today's edition of Top Rated Recruiter Spotlight. My name is Adam Conrad. I'm the founder and CXO of Great Recruiters, experience management, review generation, and reputation management for the staffing and recruitment industry. I am here today with one of our Q1 2024 Top Rated Recruiters, Jamye Miller with TNAA. Jamye, how are you doing today?
I am great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I always love talking to recruiters and those who are just crushing it in their realm. And, my goal is just to let the world know where to find the great ones.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, without a doubt. Well, I didn't do anything. You earned it all. Obviously, just to give you a little brag about Jamye just a little bit, Jamye has a 4.95 star rating, 99% highly recommended. And just reading your reviews, there is no doubt travelers love you. Jamye is the best recruiter I've ever had. I've worked with other agencies and many other recruiters. I can genuinely say Jamye is the best in the industry. She is professional and always on my side. She hung in with me for year over year. And Jamye has been absolutely amazing. So kudos to all of that awesome feedback. You're obviously doing something right. Travelers love you. But why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and how did you get into this staffing industry?
Yeah, so I work for TNAA. I started back in 2020, kind of around the time that I feel like everybody was trying to figure out what was going on in the world. But I worked as a dental hygienist previously and was just ready for a change, ready for something different and being able to learn more, and figured if I was going to make the jump, that was the time to do it. And just kind of fell into it. I feel like that's what a lot of people say when they're in
Yeah.
this job. Just kind of came across it, and it's been a great fit and a blessing to my life for sure. I really love it.
Well, and the good news is you can talk to people that don't have a bunch of instruments in their mouth. So probably
Right.
a lot easier to communicate with them.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, it's the best part of both worlds, really.
Awesome. And tell us a little bit about what types of opportunities, who do you serve out there in the industry?
Yeah, so I work predominantly with RNs and OR techs. TNAA is a company. We do just short-term acute, like your traditional travel. We do like some preceptor roles as well, and then we have an allied team, but I focus RNs and OR techs.
Okay. As a recruiter, how has Great Recruiters helped you be successful?
It's been huge. Not only just being able to get my name out there for people to be able to look me up, they Google me, it pops up, which has been a great asset for me. But also on days that are hard, it's nice to be able to go on and read really nice things about yourself when you're having a struggle of a day or whatever. But yeah, it's just been able to connect me with people that I don't know that I would have been able to connect with without it.
And talk a little bit more about that. How is Great Recruiters helping you connect with individuals that you probably wouldn't have been able to connect with without using Great Recruiters?
Yeah, so I can't tell you how many times I've had travelers reach out to me directly through my Great Recruiters page and just say, "Hey, I was doing my research and I came across your profile and I'm super interested in getting connected and working together." So that's been huge, just being able to be Googled and get your name out there and for them to seek me out more so than anything else.
Yeah, and the advantage there is they're seeking you out. They're not applying to a job where 20 other recruiters are fighting for their attention.
Right. Less competition. Yeah, they reach
Less
out to me
competition.
directly. It helps for
Oh,
sure.
that's really good. And what is being named top rated? What does that mean for you?
Um, it's a huge accomplishment. I feel like super lucky that I work with people that are willing to go on and leave recruiters for me. It's confirmation for me too that I'm doing my job and I'm doing it right and I'm able to help, the people that I need to help.
Without a doubt. And what do you think it means to your candidates?
I think back to being able to see reviews of other people I've helped with, it just gives them the confidence in my skills to know that I'm working hard for them. I'm working hard on both sides of things and that I'm going to do my job and I'm going to do it well.
Yeah. And if I'm a candidate out there, what kind of experience can I expect working with you?
Top notch. But best in the industry, right? No, yeah, I mean, communication I think is the biggest piece. For me, I think that goes a long ways with people. They just want to know that you're there when they need something, that you'll pick up the phone and you'll call them, and that's really what I'm all about. To me, it's easier to just pick up the phone and say, "Hey, what's going on? What can I do? How can I help?" And so that's really how I drive the experience.
Yeah. And I mean, you started at the height of the pandemic, right? I mean, it was a much different environment that you started in to where you are now. How has that transition been, and what advice or suggestions would you give to candidates out there that are kind of also faced the very different feel as far as finding opportunities in the healthcare travel space?
I would say, yeah, it's been a roller coaster for sure, the ups and downs of that. I think being adaptable, I think being flexible, having the ability to change with the industry. I think that is probably the best advice I could give any candidate across the board, just being able to kind of go with the flow, roll with the punches, so to speak. Just being able to adapt to the situation, being open to where you're going and what you're doing. I think that's the biggest thing right now that's really important where we're at in this market for sure.
Yeah. And in the last, 4 years, obviously, you've learned and grown a ton. What advice would you give your earlier self as a recruiter? If you could give yourself advice day one, what would you tell yourself?
I would say trust the process for sure. Again, flexibility, adaptability. I think that's the biggest thing. Like you need a recruiter that can adapt to what's going on and can easily change with the market changes because it does change so quickly. Um, and we've seen multiple changes, I would say, over the last 4 years. So it's definitely being able to kind of ride that wave of where we're at and being flexible and adaptable and pivoting, I think is really important.
Yeah. And what's the biggest pivot you've had to take as a recruiter going from the kind of the post the pandemic era and the post pandemic era?
I mean, just like everybody else, I think the beginning of COVID, you could really name what you wanted and go with it, and it was anything you could want, we could get it. Um, I think that's been the biggest pivot of now seeing where we do have to have more flexibility. We do have to be able to fill the need that the hospital has, and we have to adapt to what they need. And so I think that's been the biggest one for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not shooting fish in a barrel right now. It's you have to actually have the conversations, and as a candidate, make sure you're aligned with a recruiter who's plugged in, connected to what's going on in the market, understand that that recruiter has your best interest at heart, and just being able to work through that process. It might not be the assignment you're hoping for today, but there are great opportunities that you can get aligned with. And when you're aligned with someone like Jamie, they're going to make sure you find the right fit. And if it's not today, it'll be here shortly tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. I like to call it stepping stones. Like, hey, we're taking this assignment to set us up for the next one. So I think that's important too.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Jamie, I want to just congratulate you again on the excellent work that you're doing. Obviously, the folks that you work with appreciate you dearly and are more than happy to share all of that great feedback about their experience with you. And that's really what matters. We can't help as recruiters, we can't help everybody that we talk to, but we can add value to everybody we engage with. And sometimes I think recruiters can be short-sighted. If I can't help you today, they forget about you tomorrow. But recruiters like Jamie, they're going to make sure they're staying in contact with you. So when that right opportunity does come up, you have somebody by your side that's rooting for you. So congratulations again on being named top rated. You're obviously doing a great job out there. People love you. And we just wish you all the best here in 2024.
Thank you. I appreciate it a ton.
Awesome. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, go out there and be great.